Nostalgia is one of the best things someone can experience. So we're going back in time where everything was fun and new instead of bland and corporative. Back when the Roblox jumping community was small. Back when everyone was having a great time. Back when Ninja Warrior was first hosted. This is RetroStudio Ninja Warrior. We're inside RetroStudio today to host the very first ninja competition. We have 42 competitors ready to take on this brutal course. A lot of these obstacles are inspired by Ninja Warrior Roblox. So let's take a look on what obstacles these people will face. Stage 1 is made up of 8 obstacles and must be completed under the time limit. First obstacle is the quad steps. Jump across the 4 steps without falling into the water. Next up is the rolling boulder. Use the boulder and ride it down the track without slipping off. Next obstacle is the danger climb. Jump to the swinging truss, then time your jump to the next swinging truss, then jump to the platform. Next obstacle is the hanging orbs. It's pretty simple, just jump across the 5 orbs without falling. Next obstacle is the half pipe attack. Run along the wall, jump to the rope and then swing to the log without overshooting or undershooting. Next up is the warped wall. It's pretty simple. Just jump to the top and move away to the next obstacle, the vault launch. Use the truss to vault your way up to the next and final obstacle, the ramp climb. Jump from each ramp and then jump to the final rope and then climb your way to the top. If anyone can complete this course in under the 80-second time limit, they will move on to the second stage. Let's get things started with our first competitor on the course. This is Thermoct. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but let's see how he does on RetroStudio Ninja Warrior. And here we go with our first obstacle, and he fails the first obstacle. Next competitor up is Danalius 1202. He's on to the quad steps. He's on to the second step. He surpassed the first competitor. On to the third step. And he gets bounced off the fourth. And he is out on the quad steps. What a shame. Our next competitor is just_Jao07. He's on to the quad steps. And he's the first one to get through that. Now for the rolling boulder. I'm trying to get it started. And he's through. Now for the danger climb. And he didn't time it correctly, and he's out on the danger climb. Next one up is Turbo Blunder. He's onto the quad steps, and he's through. Now onto the rolling boulder. And he can't get the boulder. And he is out. Up next is Potato Man 1887. He's been in the community for a year or two now. And he fails the quad steps. And he seems happy about it. Next competitor is GYXT1237. And he fails the first jump. I don't know what to say about that. Next up we have Glitchy Freeze's alt. He's onto the quad steps. Onto the second step. Got the third step. And he fails. Next up, we have Ninjago Hero 33. Let's see how he does. That's the first step. Now the second step. Onto the third step. And he gets bounced off the fourth. And Ninjago Hero 33 is out. Next up, we have Rachel 2 Flubber 03. Number 9. And they're onto the quad steps. Onto the second step. Now the third. And he can't get the fourth. And he's out on the quad steps. Next up is Taku Sub 1. This guy is actually from Japan. And he's onto the quad steps. And he's through. Now for the rolling boulder. The last fail on this obstacle was Turbo Blender just a minute ago. He's having a little trouble starting it, but here he goes. And he's through. Now he's onto the danger climb. And he gets onto the first truss. And he gets it onto the second. And he's through the danger climb, the first one to tackle the hanging orbs. And he gets through that as well. Now the half pipe attack. He's on the wall. Now the rope. And he swings, and he just undershoots the dismount. And Taku Sub 1 is out on stage 1. Next up is Mario and Luigi 2700, aka Knee War Fan. For some reason he ran on this account for no reason, but he's onto the quad steps. And he's through. Now for the rolling boulder. Going down the track. And he slips off the boulder. And Knee War Fan is out on the rolling boulder. Now for Joey's Neighborhood, aka Galactic. He's onto the quad steps. Going through it pretty fast. And he's through. Now for the rolling boulder. Riding down the track and through the boulder. Now for the danger climb. He's onto the first truss. And he does not time it right on the second truss, and he's out on the danger climb. Next up on the course is Dylan Dupe 83. He's off the quad steps. And he's through the quad steps. Now for the rolling boulder. Having a little trouble starting it. And he's rolling down the track. And he undershoots the dismount of the rolling boulder, and Dylan Dupe is out. Number 14 is Lemon Boya. And he's on the course, onto the quad steps. And he gets through it. Now for the rolling boulder. Trying to get it started. And gets it stuck a little bit. And he is out on the rolling boulder. Just jumped a little bit too early. Next up we have Big Fish 2007, aka Dr. Furry. I don't know why I said it like that. This is the furry ninja that everyone knows about. He's on to the second step of the quad steps. Now the third. And he gets bumped off the fourth, and he's out on the quad steps. Next up on the course is Kyle Champ Bag 2. He's onto the quad steps. Barely gets that third step, but he's through. Now for the rolling boulder. And he's rolling down the track. And he barely hangs on to the boulder. Now for the danger climb. And he completely times it wrong, and he's out on the danger climb. Next up is Tom Gowie. Everyone knows who this is. This is a major wipeout guy, but also Ninja Warrior. But let's see how he does on this course as he completes the quad steps. Now for the rolling boulder. Keeps saying the epic duck is coming, but nothing is coming. But he's onto the danger climb. He gets onto that first truss. Now the second, and he's through. The second person today to get to the hanging orbs. Pauses for a second, but he's through. Now for the half pipe attack. He's onto the wall. Now the rope. He swings, and he gets through the half pipe attack. Now he's onto the warped wall with 30 seconds left. Having a hard time getting up. But he gets up. Now for can he get onto the vault launch, and he gets it. And he does not make the jump to the ramp climb, and Tom Gowie is out on the vault launch. But so far he's made it farthest out of anyone here. Next person up is Blocky Yes Bubble No 2. Number 18. Let's see how he does. Onto the quad steps. And he does not get that second step, and he's out on the quad steps. Next up is AA Sixers Fan 2. Let's see how he does. He's onto the quad steps. Onto the third step. And he is through. He's onto the rolling boulder. He's rolling down the track, and he jumps when he shouldn't have, and AX Sixers fan is out on the rolling boulder. Number 20 is Licks_Raider. He's onto the quad steps. And he's through. Now for the rolling boulder. It's rolling down the track. And he's good. Now for the danger climb. He gets onto the first truss. And now the second. And he's through the danger climb, coming up to the hanging orbs. And he's through that as well. Now for the half pipe attack. Coming down on almost 30 seconds left. And he overshoots the dismount. And Licks_Raider is out on the second. And he is out on the half pipe attack. Next up on the course is NES Ninja 5. Onto the quad steps. And he does not get that third step. And NES Ninja 5 is out. Next up on the course is Mr. Jackman 434, number 22. He's onto the quad steps. And he's through. Now for the rolling boulder. He's rolling down the track. And he's good. Now for the danger climb. He gets that second truss, and he's through. Now for the hanging orbs. And he's through that as well. Now he's on to the half pipe attack. Licks Raider just failed here. He's onto the rope. And he makes it. Now he's onto the warped wall. And he gets it up as well. Now for the vault launch. And he cannot get that jump to the ramp climb. And Mr. Jackman is the second victim of the vault launch. Number 23 we have is Lego_boy 3000. He's onto the quad steps. Onto the third, now the fourth, and he's good. Now for the rolling boulder. He's rolling down the track, and he jumps a little bit too early, and he is out on the rolling boulder. Up next is a fan favorite. This is Addison Judah. Fan favorite of the JTO community. He's onto the quad steps, and he is off the quad steps. Now moving on to the rolling boulder. He's rolling down, and he's good. Now for the danger climb. And he does not get that first thrust, and Addison Judah is out on the danger climb. Up next is Shadow Miles XE. Number 25. This is also a fan favorite. Which he hosts Ascension, previously hosts, and this might be his final appearance as an R&W competitor. But he's onto the rolling boulder. And he's through. Now he's onto the danger climb. Barely gets that first truss. Can he get to the second? And he's onto the second truss. And he is now onto the hanging orbs. Looking good so far. And now he's onto the half pipe attack. Licks Raider just failed here. Having a little bit of trouble. And he's through. The timer disappeared for some reason. But he's on to the vault launch. And he does not get onto the vault launch. And he is out. Shadow Miles XE, the third victim of the vault launch. Next competitor is Andrico23. This one is a helper of mine, but he gets through the quad steps, moving on to the rolling boulder, and he's actually the final runner of this, like recording wise. But he almost overshoots the entire platform, but he's onto the danger climb. Barely gets that first truss. And he's onto the second truss. And he's through the danger climb. Now for the hanging orbs. And he is through. Now for the half pipe attack. Onto the rope, and he tries to one swing it, and he's undershooting the platform, and Trico23 is out on the half pipe attack. Next up on the course is number 27. This is Roy Yuyo. I hope that's how I'm pronouncing it right. But he's onto the quad steps, and he is good. Now for the rolling boulder. Trying to get it started. and he's through. Now for the danger climb. And he gets onto the first truss. Now the second. Now he's onto the hanging orbs. And he's good. Now the half pipe attack. Gets onto the rope. And he just slips off the rope. And he is out on the half pipe attack. And he's the first victim to actually fail like that. Next up on the course is Min Huang, 2029-2004. Let's see how he does. He's onto the quadsteps. And he's through. Now for the rolling boulder. And he's rolling down the track, and he is good. Now he's onto the danger climb, and he undershoots the first truss. He didn't time it right, and he's out on the danger climb. Next competitor on the course is Poo Lover 12345, aka Tones. And he's onto the quad steps, and he threw. Now for the rolling boulder. He's rolling down, almost undershoots the boulder, but he's through. Now he's onto the danger climb. He gets that first truss. Now the second. Now he's onto the hanging orbs. And he's through that as well. 40 seconds left coming onto the half pipe attack. This is where Rio just failed. Enrico. Now he's onto the warped wall. Gets pushed off, but he's through. Now for the vault launch. And he's through. Onto the ramp climb. First competitor today to complete the vault launch. But the klaxon is sounding. And he's onto the final rope. And it looks like he's going to be our first finisher today. And Poo Lover 12345 is going to the second stage. And he's making his way down the finish line. And he's going to stage 2 for the first time. Our 30th runner is Twiz. I really hope that's how I'm pronouncing it right. But he's onto the quad steps. And he's through. Now for the rolling boulder. He's going backwards on it. A strange technique, but it's helpful. Now he's onto the danger climb. And he does not time it right, and he undershoots it. And Twiz is out on the danger climb. Number 31 is Yas123451. A really well-known competitor in the RW community and a very skilled one. He's onto the quad steps, and he is through. Now for the rolling boulder. And he's going down the track, and he is almost fell through the little gap right there, but he's good. Now for the danger climb. And he almost gets it, but it's still too early. And Yas was out on the danger climb. Number 32 is Supreme Crystal Ninja, aka Shinko Yamamoto, as some people say it. But he's on to the quad steps, going at a good pace. Now he's made it to the rolling boulder. He's starting to get up, and he's rolling down, and he's through. Now for the danger climb. Pausing a little bit, and he does not time it right. And Supreme Crystal Ninja is out. on the danger climb. Up next on the course is K-Fly 100. Let's see how he does. He's onto the quad steps. Now onto the rolling boulder. He's rolling down the track, and he is good. Now for the danger climb, and he completely mistimes it, and he jumps straight into the water, and he is out on the danger climb. And he gets it the second time. Number 34, we have Blasting Duck. Let's see how he does. He's onto the quad steps, going at a really good pace. Now for the rolling boulder. And he's rolling down, and he is through the rolling boulder. Now for the danger climb. He gets onto that first truss. And now the second. And he's through. Now he's onto the hanging orbs. Nobody has failed this yet, surprisingly. But he's through, and he's now onto the half pipe attack. Taking some extra swings on the rope. But it pays off. With 30 seconds left, he's onto the warped wall. And he's through that. Now for the vault launch. And he's onto the ramp climb. Our second competitor today to do that. And it looks like he's going to be our second finisher today. With 12.10 seconds left. Blasting Duck has become our second finisher today. Up next on the course is Hawksfan 2016. Let's see how he does on this course. He's onto the quad steps. And he's through the quad steps. Now for the rolling boulder. He's rolling down the track, and he's good. Now for the danger climb. He gets onto that second truss barely. And he's through. Now for the hanging orbs. And he is good. Now for the half pipe attack. And he's through that as well. Now for the warped wall. And he gets it up in one. Now for the vault launch. And he's through that as well. Now he's onto the ramp climb. 15 seconds left. And it looks like we're going to have another finisher back to back. Hawksfan 2016 is our third finisher today. And our third athlete going to stage 2. And we have 2 back-to-back clears in a row. Number 36, we have Pitchell04. He's onto the quad steps. He's onto the third step. Now the fourth, and he's through. Now with a rolling boulder. Having a little bit of trouble starting it. But he fails the rolling boulder. Pitchell04 is out on the rolling boulder. Number 37, we have Vault Neo, aka A Thunderbird. Let's see how he does. He's onto the quad steps, and he does not get the second step. And Vault Neo is out on the quad steps. Number 38, we have Reality is Awesome, which I'm not going to say anything. But he's on to the quad steps. He's on the second step. Now the third, now the fourth, and he's through. Now we have the rolling boulder. And he's sliding down the track. And he does not get the rolling boulder. And he resets himself. Number 39, we have Stop It Soon, aka BRL06. Let's see how he does. He's onto the quad steps, and he gets through that with ease. Now for the rolling boulder. And he gets through that as well. Now for the danger climb. He's onto the first truss. And he rushes to that second truss, but it does not help, and he has been eliminated on the danger climb. Number 40, we have Bowling Ninja, aka Bowling Boy Ninja. Let's see how he does on this course. He's onto the first step and almost gets a second step, but he barely misses, and he is out on the quad steps. That has to be sad for him. Our second to last competitor is Flodos. He is the second oldest competitor here, so that's why he was ranked number 41. But he's gotten through the quad steps, and now he's onto the rolling boulder. And he was also the first competitor to be recorded for this competition. Now he's onto the danger climb. And he does not get the first truss, and he mistimes it, and Flodos is out on the danger climb. Our final competitor of the day is Clever Ninjas. This was the first competitor of Ninja Warrior back in 2013, and his original name was Kyle Ninja 3970. But he's gotten to the quad steps, and he's now onto the rolling boulder. And he's through. Now for the danger climb. He gets onto the first truss. Now the second. And he's through. Now for the hanging orbs. And he gets through that as well. Now for the half pipe attack. He's onto the rope. And he gets the dismount. Now he's onto the warped wall. Having a little trouble getting up, but then he gets it. Now for the vault launch. And he can't get the vault launch. And Kyle Ninjas 3970, aka Clever Ninjas, is out on stage 1, leaving our clear count to 3.
Who's running?
Ah! Where'd you go? Wait, where'd you get to? Where'd you get to?
Stage 2 is a speed test that the 3 remaining competitors must face. First obstacle is the slippery twin slants. Cross the obstacle using the 2 slippery, thin beams without slipping off. Next obstacle is the salmon ladder. Use the 5 rungs and then jump up to the next obstacle, which is the spider walk. Maneuver yourself through the 2 walls using the tiny platforms. Next obstacle is the balance tank. Use the tank and then roll down the track, jump to the rope, and then climb up to the next obstacle, the rotating planks. Jump onto each plank as they tilt up and down and hope they don't fall. Finally, it's the thin path. Maneuver yourself through the 2 walls while crossing 3 gaps. If they complete the course in under 65 seconds, they will move on to stage 3. Up first on stage 2 is Poo Lover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This stage 2 is heavily inspired by Knee War, so let's see if he can beat stage 2 tonight. We're starting stage 2 with the slippery twin slant, and he gets through that with ease. Now for the salmon ladder. Jumps up one rung, then the second, the third, and he slips down, but he recovers, and he's through the salmon ladder. Now onto the spider walk. Going through it nicely. Almost 40 seconds left. And he can't get through the spider walk. Slips right off. And Poo Lover is out on stage 2. Up next on stage 2 is Blasting Duck. He has the fastest time so far out of anyone on stage 1. But let's see if he can get past the spider walk, which Poo Lover previously failed on. He's on his slippery twin slants. And he's through. Now for the salmon ladder. Going at a nice pace. He slips again, but he's through. Now for the spider walk. Going at a very nice pace. And he's almost through. He's surpassed Poo Lover at this point. And he's through. Now for the balance tank. He's rolling the tank. And he makes it to the rope. Now for the rotating planks. He's on the first plank. 20 seconds left. He's on the second plank. Now the third. And he's through. One more obstacle left, and that is the thin path. So with the first gap, 10 seconds left over the second. And he's over the third. And Blasting Duck is going to stage 3. And Blasting Duck is our first competitor to complete stage 2. We'll see him in stage 3. Nice effort out of him. Our last competitor on stage 2 is Hawksfans 2016. Let's see if he can complete stage 2, or will Blasting Duck be alone. He's onto the slippery twin slants. And he's through. Onto the salmon ladder. Onto the second rung. Onto the fourth, and he's through. Now he's onto the spider walk. Going at a pretty slow pace. But he's getting through it nice. And he's through the spider walk. Now he's onto the balance tank. He's rolling it down the track. And he gets the rope. Now he's onto the rotating planks. He's onto the first plank. And he undershots the second plank. And Hawksfan 2016 is out on stage 2. And Blasting Duck will be going into stage 3 alone. Blasting Duck is the only one left standing, and he has 7 obstacles left before the final stage. Starting with the curtain clink, he has to maneuver his way across the trusses and then jump to the platform. Next obstacle, Skittles grasp. It's pretty simple, just jump across the 6 hanging Skittles. Next obstacle is the gaping flags. Jump across the 4 flags as they go down and then up. Next obstacle is the shriveling incline cliffhanger. He has to go across those 7 ledges as they get smaller and smaller. Next obstacle is the jumping bars. It's pretty simple. Just jump across those 4 bars and then jump to safety. Next obstacle is truss junction. He has to maneuver his way through those 4 trusses without slipping off. And finally, it's the pipe slider. He has to push that pipe along those 2 tracks and then jump to the final platform. If Blasting Duck can complete all 7 obstacles, then he'll have a chance at the final stage. The last man standing on stage 3 is Blasting Duck. He had the fastest time so far out of everyone here on stage 1, and he was the sole survivor of stage 2. So let's see if he can get past stage 3 tonight. He's onto the curtain clang. And he's off the curtain clang. Now for the skills grasp. There's no time limit on this stage, so he doesn't have to go fast, but it looks like he's doing that just fine. But he threw the skills grasp right onto the gaping flags. He's onto the 3rd flag. Now the 4th, and he threw. Straight onto the shriveling incline cliffhanger. Onto the 4th ledge. The 5th. The 6th. And he's onto the 7th ledge. And he threw. Now for the jumping bars. He's on to the 2nd bar and the 3rd. Now the 4th. And he threw. Straight onto Truss Junction. He's not stopping at all. Onto the 2nd truss. Onto the 3rd truss. Now the 4th. And he's through the Truss Junction. He needs one more obstacle left. And it looks like he's taking a break. A little bit of a break. Now he's on to the final obstacle. This is the pipe slider. He has to delicately slide that pipe across the track without slipping off. And he's doing just that. Approaching the end of the track. And he's at the end of the track. The music stops. And Blasting Duck has beaten stage 3. And he will be going to the final stage alone. What a magnificent effort out of Blasting Duck. We will be seeing him on stage 4. This is the final stage. Blasting Duck is the sole survivor out of all 42 competitors. And he has 2 more obstacles left before total victory. First up is the mountain climb. He has to scale the rock wall, which has 31 handholds. Finally, it's the G-rope. He has to climb all the way to the top and hit the button. And he has 30 seconds to do so. If you can do that in under 30 seconds, he will achieve total victory. All that's left standing for Blasting Duck is 2 obstacles. And he has 30 seconds to do so. Can Blasting Duck achieve total victory? Let's find out right now. This is the final moment of the tournament. And he's off onto the mountain climb, going really fast out of the gate. Almost halfway, he's halfway up. He's almost at the top of the mountain climb. And he's done it. Now for the G-rope. Not even 10 seconds left. And 10 seconds left. He's almost there. And Blasting Duck has achieved total victory. He is the grand champion of RetroStudio Ninja Warrior. That looked like no problem for this guy. He cleared with 6 seconds left. That's about the fastest time anyone can get. And he's cheering on the top of the tower. This was such a great nostalgic experience. And just like that, the tournament is over.